Beat the rush and see Dylan Larkin, Anthony Mantha, and the rest of the Red Wings battle the NHL's best. With Detroit Red Wings partial season ticket plans. Customize your 11 or 22 game package to best fit your schedule. Benefits include tickets at below box office prices, home opener seats guaranteed, and access to concert pre-sales. Log on to DetroitRedWings.com now and get in on all the action.
Welcome back again to the Belfor Training Center, downtown Detroit. It is Wings Development Camp, and it is the final day after a week of all the prospects, Wings prospects, converging on the Motor City to put on display their various skills, hoping to make an early impression on Ken Holland, Jeff Blashill, Chris Draper, Kurt Maltby and company. Of course, new assistant coach Dan Bilesma. As we are underway in the third, and Rasmussen trying to make an impact right away to get his team Howe closer in the hockey game. They trailed 5-1 at one point, got a couple of quick goals to get within 2 at 5-3. As team Lindsay right now with the puck, and Kevin Maki tapped it down behind the net, knocked away, and Giovanni Smith will get up the left wing. And he'll drop it back into his own end. Setkoff ahead to Philip Zadina on right wing. Zadina scooped it down the boards and behind the net, letting Giovanni Smith use that big body to go to work behind the net. Knocked down, though. And McIsaac will play the puck around to the far side, where Team Howe now will wind it up and bust out.
I'm getting the feeling that Zadina, Rasmussen, and Smith are just on the cusp of doing something great in this game.
Got the sense that maybe Giovanni Smith was going to drop the mitts back in that second period.
Yeah.
There have been a scrap or two over the years at development camp.
He's an impressive physical specimen, Giovanni Smith, for sure.
Malmstrom down behind his own goal got knocked down, and a penalty coming up against Team Howe. As Chase Pearson's going to go. I know you like Chase Pearson.
Yeah,
Darren?
I like him because I've known him a long time. Down in Atlanta, his dad has done so much in terms of growing the game. My son, growing up down there, played against Chase, so I've seen him for a long time. So soft spot in my heart for guys like Chase.
Well, not many players come out of Georgia yet from into the NHL. Chase Pearson, captain as a sophomore, or co-captain at the University of Maine, so certainly has great leadership qualities, and his game is starting to take shape.
Teammate of Patrick Holway at Maine is Chase Pearson. Now, Team Lindsay had work on a power play, chance to add to their 5-3 lead here. We get a look at Dennis Chalosky. They talk a lot about him running a power play. Whether that'll be in Grand Rapids or somewhere down the road in Detroit remains to be seen, but he's got a chance to be seen here today.
Keep an eye on David Pope, 45. I mean, the Red Wings, he's signed a 2-year entry level power play specialist in college, second in the NCAA, I believe, in power play points. This is going to be his bread or butter, whether he makes Detroit or not.
Play broken up and shot down the ice by Team Howe.
Pope not very happy with somebody on the Howe team swearing at them as they skate to the bench. So. Competition's heating up on the ice.
Now look out. Numbers for Team Lindsay right in front. Adams tried to steer one towards the goal, knocked away. Back to the line to Chalosky. Angles across into the middle for Berggren near side. Back to Chalosky, left point, drives a shot. Good save. Rebound. Traffic in front, gobbled up by Team Lindsay and fired down the ice, or Team Howe, that is.
Good decision and good shot by Dennis Chalosky.
Well, they go to the end boards. Puck knocked free and again lifted all the way down by Team Howe, trying to fight off the power play, remain in the hockey game, trailing 5-3, 16:40 left here in the third period inside Belfor Training Center. Bob Kaser along with Art Regner and Darren Eliot. As the puck again controlled by Team Howe, and that's going to do it for the power play. So penalty kill successful. First power play of the game for Team Lindsay. Comes up empty. Down in the Team Howe zone where Chase Pearson has a neat little pass up the boards to Smith. Goes hard to the net with a shot, and a good save there by Dustin Fazio.
You know, Bob and Darren, I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but this is the last period for some of these players to make an impression on the Red Wing organization. And I didn't think it was possible, but the pace here and the intensity has picked up in this third period. This is a very, very highly entertaining and spirited hockey game.
Nice play there by Giovanni Smith off a feed from Chase Pearson.
Puck down into the Team Howe zone. Centering attempt by Conrad. Broken up, came free on the doorstep, and Conrad tried to move one across to Gogolev out of his reach. Now Gogolev's got the puck, dropped it back to the line to Malmstrom, whose pass was blocked. Good defensive play by Philip Zadina. Boy, I know the media loves that kid, Zadina. The fans are going to adore him, no doubt. Media loves him just because every time he opens his mouth, he's just a quote machine, isn't he?
Yes, yes, he is.
Here's Cancelo now knocking down a pass in the slot with a shot. Good save. And the puck moved back the other way. Here's Zadina once again. Pass across to Golod. To the boards at win. He tried to make a play on it, lost it, goes back to get it once again. Now Maxim Golod into the corner, puck taken away. As it's picked up now by Seth Barton, a pass in traffic. He gets it back and works to center. He'll scale it around the boards behind the net. Bratstrom unable to knock it down, but Team Lindsay in the midst of a line change, nobody to pounce on it. Meanwhile, here's Chase Pearson back, busting back the other way. Pass deflected to the line, a shot there, and that one deflecting into the catching glove of Justin Fazio, who holds on to it. You know, one of the things, too, interesting to take a look at is the system play between Detroit and Grand Rapids and how much the Red Wings want the Griffins and Ben Simon, their soon-to-be first-year head coach, playing that. Is it identical system or much of the same, so that when players do get that call-up, that they are ready to step into the NHL and play a similar type system is what the Red Wings are engaged in?
They've always favored a much of the same philosophy, not identical, giving some freedom to the head coach in the American Hockey League, Ben Simon being the guy this season. So, you know, I think there's going to be a lot of that same kind of philosophy.
Well, not only in Grand Rapids, too, but in Toledo, too. Dan Watson and his staff, although the ECHL rules are a little different, it only makes sense that you would like to have fellas, as they progress, play the same system, so when they get to Detroit, they're not out of place. There isn't a long adapt to the system as much as maybe the speed and pace of the game.
Easy sometimes for people just to write off the East Coast League as far as the NHL is concerned, but well, you can't do that at all.
No,
there are a lot of good players.
you talk to Dan Washington, you talk to the guys at the Walleye, and they'll tell you Ryan Martin is an integral part, the general manager of the Griffins and obviously assistant general manager here in Detroit. The Red Wings treat the Walleye as they're part of the organization, and they are.
And I think even more so going forward with the youth movement now, and the trickle-down effect will certainly play into the Griffins and Toledo Walleye season. And Team Lindsay, or Team Howe that is, busting in, and Luke Morgan, the soon-to-be Wolverine, has pulled them to within one all of a sudden at 5-4.
I can guarantee you Mel Pearson's doing some cartwheels right now. Mel Pearson's doing some cartwheels right now.
Yeah, it was a good play through the neutral zone. Nice job by Barton to score.
Could we have overtime? Could we have a shootout?
Good job there looking off Trevor Yates, using Yates as a decoy, as was the case back in that second period. We talked about Alstrom and his goal, using Rasmussen as the decoy to tuck one into the upper part of the net, and Conrad comes right back for Team Lindsay. After surrendering 3 straight goals, Team Lindsay gets a little breathing room now. That's 6-4 as Conrad goes inside the left pipe under the arm of Bradstrom. So Colt Conrad from the province of Manitoba,
just followed up his own shot. I mean, that was a nice play.
Another kid that's got great familiarity with Michigan, plays his hockey over in Kalamazoo, Western Michigan University. Colt Conrad, who had 27 points, 26 games last year. And it's a 6-4 Team Lindsay advantage now. 12.5 to go in this third period. Puck down behind the Team Lindsay net. Ronnie Smith might have gotten away with one right there as he tugged at Chalosky. Puck, meanwhile, back behind the goal, now deflecting right in front, and away goes Team Lindsay. Not for long, though. Berggren poke checked at center. And now Rasmussen with a puck and a nice feed across to Golod, busting in left wing. He has no options to pass. He took it around the net, centering attempt blocked. Golod's got it right back, though. Far side, walks into the right wing circle now. Dropped it off near point, and a blast there by Crawford, turned away by the goaltender. Now in front, score! Chase Pearson off the post and in, and once again, Team Howe right back in it at 6-5.
I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he was directed by Sean Horkoff on the bench or not, but Zadina does not want to leave the ice. He's been out there forever.
Pearson set up. Good pass from Golod, and equally great shot, Pearson, off the inside of that left pipe and in behind Caden Fulcher, who is in net now. To our left-hand side for Team Howe, or Team Lindsay, that is.
Good play, though, by that line by Chase Pearson. And now we've got a competitive hockey game.
There's Jared McIsaac, a give and go. And a redirect there, and a great right pad save made by Fulcher to keep his team up by 1. Team Howe bidding to tie it up right there, and a nifty give and go, and McIsaac on the doorstep reached out and tipped that one in on net. It was a long pass up the middle that failed to connect. Icing is the end result with 11:06 still to play here. Well, the goals are far more than what you had predicted, Art.
Well,
you were wondering whether there'd be more goals in this game than there were in the World Cup game earlier today, huh?
Yep, Argentina lets me down again. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because the Red Wings' emphasis has been offense in the draft this year, but to have 11 goals scored is a bit surprising to me thus far, and we're not even done yet. We have still half a period to play.
Long
So that's a good sign if you're a Red Wing fan. Goal scoring is an issue with the big club, and they need to find some scores, and they may be finding some.
Hate to bring it up, but 0 for 3 combined in the power play.
Yeah, let's
That's something Red Wing fans want to see
The more
improve.
things change, the more they stay the same there, Bob. That power play has been feast or famine for Detroit.
Play out at center now. Kaser back into his own end. As the puck rolling around center ice, Kaser winds up with it again. He'll drop it off.
I think Kasper's look good.
It's Kevin Mackey. Give and go. The return pass for Kevin Mackey bounced by him though. Now played along the defense, given up by Team Howe. Here's Pope cutting in shot. Got a good chance to see that quick release from David Pope. Save made by Bratstrom now. Puck along the line to Joe Valino. Valino will steer it down behind the net. Pope centering attempt, and Bratstrom will gobble that one up and get a whistle here with 10:08 now remaining in this third period. Close look at Victor Bratstrom from Göteborg, Sweden. 1.93 goals against in 15 games in the Tier 2 division of the Swedish league. And a 6th round pick of the Wings this season.
And back to that 6'5" frame that you talked about and the bigger goaltenders.
Now puck on the doorstep in front. Giovanni Smith scores, and we're tied at 6-6. And there you go. There's that line you were predicting it, Art, that would make something happen here.
That is what Giovanni Smith brings, though. That was incredible. I mean, he just was not to be denied.
Pretty impressive comeback down 5-1 at one point. Now we're in a 6-6 tie. Smith stayed with it as Fulcher unable to find the handle on it in tight. And eventually Smith with it on the doorstep, backhands it into a wide open net. So wild one here in the last day of development camp.
Considering at one time, wasn't it 5-1?
5-1.
Now we're at 6-6. I'm looking forward to the shootout, fellas. I don't know about you two. I want this camp to never end. That's how much fun I'm having.
Well, look at Giovanni Smith and his numbers from a year ago, Art. 46 games, 17 goals, of course, split between Guelph and Kitchener.
Right, and in the playoffs for Kitchener, he was absolutely tremendous, absolutely fabulous. Certainly, I think the game plan for him is to go to Grand Rapids and dominate at the AHL level. Bob, you're going to be calling a lot of his number, I'm sure, and then eventually make his way up to Detroit. And if he continues at the pace the Red Wings want him to continue at, again, I know Darren doesn't like me to use this term, but I do think being fast-tracked, there's a few players that they would like to fast-track. I think Giovanni Smith is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to me, he'll benefit from a year in Grand Rapids. Certainly.
Yeah, I think Chalowski will too, Darren. I don't know if you agree with that. I think a year in the A would be good for him.
Smith, as we mentioned, just a delightful kid, isn't he? He's got that smile that lights up a room, Giovanni Smith.
Oh, yes.
Great personality.
Oh, yeah. He will be taking over the Red Wings social media account real soon.
You think about some of the guys that we talked earlier, Art, about the jersey sales, and sometimes is an indicator of the popularity of players. And now Team Howe looking to take their first lead here. Luke Morgan sending one towards the net. But you look at Zadina and that incredible personality, along with Smith, Joey Hicketts, if he ever, makes it here on a full-time basis. We've talked about, he'll be a fan favorite.
Joe Hicketts is a delight, as you very well know, and he is just, that old expression, salt of the earth. That's what Joe Hicketts is, and he has faced adversity at every level. Always told that he's not going to do well, he's not going to make it. All he does is excel at each level. captain of Team Canada in World Junior competitions, just a great kid.
Well, he's worth the price of admission all by himself just on the ice. And that's what fans want to see more than anything. Yeah, we can talk all about personalities, winning over the media, winning over fans that way, but everybody wants to see guys who are going to produce on the ice. And it is nice, though, when you look at guys like Hiccups and Zadina, that along with what you like to think are great futures, they are going to be darlings of Detroit away from the playing surface. And
don't
nice
forget
package.
about Rasmussen has a personality too. You just have to kind of prod it out of him a little bit.
Here's Setkoff down behind his own net. We're in this third period with 7.5 minutes remaining and a 6-6 tie. Now here's a feed across. Trying to set up Elstrom. There's Conrad now for the point. A shot, that one through traffic, and a save by Caden Fulcher. Rebound up the ice goes Team Lindsay, but offside at the line, had to clear the zone and did so. Play will go on. Elstrom back the other way, now to Gilmore. Centering attempt broken up. Good defensive play by Cole Fraser right there. Now he looks a quick little spin move to step away from traffic. Knocked down, however. Team Howe staying right on him. They took the puck away, a centering effort. That puck loose in the high slot area. Look at Zadina. Oh my, what a move. And another one as he angles right in front of Chance, and Fulcher knocked that one down, and Hamilton will hold it in across to Crawford. Wow, that was some pretty impressive footwork and stick work again by Philip Zadina.
Last week, I had Zadina live in Dallas on the podcast, The Red and White Authority. I asked him if he was a dancer. He smiled and said yes. He proved it there.
High end, boy, there's no doubting that that kid is going to be a Detroit dandy someday. Now, here's Zadina cutting in, and that someday may be a lot sooner than later for sure, as he angled into the slot, let a good hard wrist shot go, and that one caught and held onto by Caden Fulcher with 6:10 to go. 6-6 tie here.
I'm going to play a game. Winning goal, Zadina for Team Howe, Jack Adams for Team Lindsay. I didn't realize Jack Adams has two goals in this game. 2 assists last year in the red and white game. All the kid is score some points.
Here's Gallant now with a puck for Team Lindsay. Went down the boards with it. Puck held in by Team Lindsay momentarily, but Team Howe up with it now. And here's Michael Rasmussen up ice. He has Zadina and Smith with him. Drop pass for Smith and a long shot. Easy stop there for Caden Fulcher. Pretty impressive. The folks up in the, what do you call that? The suites, I guess, up to our right-hand side, Darren. You see Jeff Blashill down there, and seated next to the new head coach of the Griffins, Ben Simon. Pretty much all the who's who of the Red Wings are here, including Marian Illich, as Chris Draper pointed out earlier. Puck down behind the Team Lindsay net. Here's Adams with it now. Ahead to Gay on left wing, across the line, chased by Webb. Pulls up, back to the line, Cockensella, a long shot that went deflecting wide. Casper Cockensella out of Boston University, and native Finlander. Now he's back in his own end with a puck. Up here's a good pass on right wing. Jack Adams looking for that third goal, lost it momentarily, and that gives Setkoff enough time to move across and take it away. Puck sent in wide of the net by Team Lindsay. Now down in behind, Gay up with it. Chased into the corner, Setkoff bumped him. Puck jarred free. Jack Adams will play it. Now back to the line. Here's Cole Fraser, a long shot, and that one missing the net as Jack Adams trying to put a stick on it. And Team Howe able to lift it out of there to center ice. Right back in they go. Here's Elstrom on left wing. Jammed down into the corner where Webb poked it free. It'll be held in, though, by Team Lindsay and lifted right back into the corner. Webb bumped there. Puck in among several pairs of skates, and now It's played by Golod around for Yates' far side. He has a collision. And the puck will slide all the way back into that team Lindsay zone. 4 minutes to go in the third period. Puck deflecting up out of play, and a break after a lengthy stretch of nonstop hockey. And Art sitting on the edge of his seat.
I'll tell you what, I forgot that we were doing the live stream here for a second. I got caught up in the game. I mean, we're down to the last 4 minutes, and certainly a lot of fellas out there that want to get that game winner.
I am told there is a shootout, no matter what, after this game's over.
That'll be great. Well, I'm looking forward to the shootout. I'm looking forward to Zadina.
I'm looking forward to Regner as well.
Well, right, certainly. There's a lot
of
them.
Players, yeah. Here's Cholosky with it. Shot blocked by Zablocki, and now cleared away. Cholosky back into his own end, chased down, now behind his own net. He'll, with Team Howe making a line change, work it up ice across that line. Here's Gallant on left wing, feeds the puck into the near corner, played by Gogolev. Back to the line to Regula. Now Cholosky letting a wrister go from that point, blocked in front and played by Zadina on right wing. There's Philip Zadina dancing in across that line, dropped it neatly for Rasmussen, tried to lay one across for Smith that got blocked. And a good defensive play there by Berggren. He'll move it up ice and steer it down behind the Team Howe net. Picked off in the corner by Adams, and a quick centering pass broken up.
Nice play there by Barton, actually, to knock it off Rasmussen's stick.
A big collision down along the near side, and we got a couple of players down in the ice. And a silence, no doubt. A hush over the crowd here. Boy, all the excitement leading up to this game with all these young prospects. The last thing you want to see happen is one of them getting hurt here in this development game.
Right, certainly. Is it McIsaac?
Take a look at the replay here, and hard to tell. He's down along the near boards out of our view, and it is McIsaac who is up and going to be taken off the ice here.
Last week, drafted in Dallas on a Saturday, and right now Pete Van Zandt going to attend to him. Certainly, we hope that that is not a lingering injury, something serious for Jarrett McIsaac. First defenseman taken by the Red Wings in last week's draft. High expectations for him, a teammate of Philip Zadina in Halifax.
Well, certainly looking forward to seeing who plays in Detroit among these young guys, and of course for us on a personal level in Grand Rapids. You know, the one thing I've always been impressed with, too, guys, is the Red Wings' recognition of having veteran leadership that certainly plays a role in the development of the younger guys. You know, Detroit has always been terrific working with Grand Rapids and signing players like Jeff Hogan, Matt Ford.
Well, Matt Ford just re-upped, which is good.
Matt Ford re-upped for 2 years, the captain of the Griffins the last couple of years after Jeff Hogan's departure. You know, they bring in those high character guys, and here's Kevin Maki. What a move into the slot. He went with a shot, and a good save by Bratstrom. Goaltenders have stepped it up here in the last 8-9 minutes or so. Darren made some big saves to keep this game tied after 12 goals scored in the first 45 minutes or so.
Well, it's about a minute 20 and counting left in this game, and I don't think Philip Zadina is going to leave the ice. He's out there along with Rasmussen and Smith. Game's on your stick, boys. Let's win it.
Here's Conrad angling on the right wing, tried to get around Marcus Crawford, unable to do so. Rasmussen deep in his own end to make
nice
the defensive
move there.
play. Now get it ahead for Smith into the left circular shot. Oh, and he snapped that one over the crossbar. Fulcher might have gotten just a piece of that. Wing corner, Smith dancing around with it.
Nice battle between him and Chalowski.
A little bit of an opening as he works it into the high slot. He found a shot with 42 seconds remaining now in this third period. Again, regardless whether this game is tied or not, we will have a shootout. As Rasmussen now with a puck, Team Howe dominating territorially. Here's a sharp angle attempt by Zadina. Didn't miss by much there, did he?
He will shoot from anywhere.
Now Webb threw it up the far side, picked off. They cut him with a shot. Good save by Brandstrom holding his ground. With 14.7 seconds left.
Good save by Brandstrom. And a good period, and actually Giovanni Smith has really come out and shown his true game, if you will.
Yeah, just misfiring on that chance a moment ago. After taking the long pass from Rasmussen, now puck bouncing to the blue line, and a shot blocked out in front by Crawford, and the puck cleared ahead. Look out, Pearson right under the doorstep. Oh, and it skipped by O'Reilly. Boy, that'd have been a story, wouldn't it? Ryan O'Reilly with a game winner with a second or so to go.
That would have been a great way to end the regulation portion of today's red and white game.
What a great pass. And a setup. O'Reilly on the doorstep, so they'll clean up the ice a bit. We'll head to a shootout.
5-minute overtime. Is it 3-on-3?
Yeah, they got 5 minutes up on the board.
I don't know. I'd rather see it 5-on-5, to be honest with you. Let these kids get some more ice time. But 3-on-3, I think it could be over very, very quickly. And then they'll have a shootout regardless, as Bob has pointed out.
Well, 3-on-3 is a lot of fun. You know, for years in the American Hockey League, we were the ones that got to, you were kind of experimented with it, right? In the AHL, and, you know, we saw how it brought fans out of their seats. It was so entertaining. Now, of course, NHL adopting it. And
well, certainly, Bob, you do a tremendous job with the Grand Rapids Griffins. You're one of the best play-by-play guys in the entire country. It's a pleasure working with you. And the Grand Rapids Griffins, if you have not seen a Griffins game, and Grand Rapids is not far away from Detroit, 2 hours by car, you're really missing something. It's a lot of talent, a lot of future Red Wings there. And to listen to Bob Kaser do a call, it's really worth your while. Trust me. I will say something. I did not expect 50 shots on net combined and 12 goals in this game. I'm really surprised.
Why are you?
You know, really, I'm going on last year.
Well, Darren's got to be disappointed
up
as a
in Traverse
goaltender.
City, this was like a 2-1 game.
So first off, that you remember last year is
right. I live for this.
Okay, so second of all, you can't be surprised. I mean, these guys, it's summertime hockey.
Well, you know, I heard that at the Summer Showcase too last year, but I guess, I mean, it's encouraging. I wanted to see a lot of goals. Yeah. I know the Red Wings want to improve offense, but 12 and 50 is tough, and it is 3-on-3.
How fun is this right now? Look at who's on the ice in a 3-on-3.
All right.
Zadina, Rasmussen, and Svetkov. That's fantastic.
Against Velino, Pope, and Chalowski.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
There you go. Here we go, guys. This ought to be fun. Zadina's got the puck. Dropped it back into his own end. The Svetkov will take a look. Moving ahead on the right wing, Rasmussen turns on the Jets. Velino put it right in front. Score! What a play! Rasmussen setting up Zadina. And that didn't take long. 16 seconds into the overtime.
I told you if it was 3-on-3, it wouldn't take long. That is why Filip Zadina going down to 6 for the Red Wings. Utterly amazing. What just a great, great shot. I mean, he just picked that corner. And no sooner did Rasmussen give him the puck, it was already in the net. Just impressive.
Brief discussion among the officials to make sure that they agreed that it was in, and indeed it was. What a great play, Rasmussen leaning into Velino. And then angling towards the right side of the net, sets up Zadina with, as Art said, the great shot, tucking it inside the left post and under the crossbar. 7-6.
Dennis Chalowski not happy with the officiating on that. He has been at center ice. John Adams, a couple of the fellas going over there talking. I think they're calling for a video review.
I think they want the shootout.
I think
they've determined it's a goal, but maybe they're just talking about they're going to play some more hockey with a shootout here. What do you think, Darren?
Yeah, maybe.
Just to give the fans one last.
Chalowski is adamant about something.
Zadina's joined into the conversation now, so.
And I think it might be a shootout. I think
nobody's leaving, so something's coming up, and I'm guessing. We were told they were going to go to a shootout regardless of the outcome of the game. Well, the outcome's now been determined with the overtime goal here by Zadina, but I'm sure the fans, if you took a vote here, that 100% of them would probably say, yeah, let's go with a shootout and watch some of these kids do their thing. And Rasmussen, the assist on the goal by Zadina. Perfect way to end it, I suppose.
Well, get used to that, Red Wing fans. You're going to be hearing that a lot. Goal Zadina, assist Rasmussen.
So we are going to have a shootout here.
Caden Fulcher says, do I really have to go back in net, please?